In order to get his wife's 100 billion pills with vines, left her on a deserted island and then sailed away on a yacht. His wife could only watch him leave the island. However, she wasn't panicked. After taking the usable tools, she left. Sure enough, not long after, the man's boat ran into trouble. As the boat drifted further, the rope tied to the rocks grew longer and the speedboat suddenly tightened, flipping the boat. At that moment, the wife was crafting a weapon with a small knife. She used branches to make a simple bow and arrow. When the man climbed ashore to look for his wife, he entered a cave and saw hanging skulls inside. He looked at the mark on his wrist and realized it was the same as the mark on the skull. The man realized these were tourists who had come here. Terrified, he ran out of the cave and into the forest, only to run into his wife, who was holding a bow and arrow. Just as he was about to speak about the cannibals, she shot an arrow at him. The man hid behind a tree, picked up a coconut from the ground, and threw it at his wife, but she easily dodged it. To escape her, the man ran into the wild men's territory. Taking advantage of their distraction, he stole a wooden boat. However, he was spotted by the wild men as he turned a corner. The man frantically paddled the boat and reached the shore, but one of the wild men had already locked onto him. Fortunately, the man spotted his wife nearby. He grabbed a stick and stood behind her. As he got closer, he swung the stick at her head, but in the process of checking on her, he stepped on a trap and was suspended in the air. His wife had tricked him. As she picked up a stick from the ground to vent her anger, a group of cannibals arrived. She quickly fled, while the man, swinging in the trap, hid among the vines. The man managed to escape, but unexpectedly ran into his wife again. Just then, they both fell to the ground, their necks pierced by the cannibals' tranquilizer darts. They were tied up and forced to drink an unknown liquid. Afterward, the wife was dressed up and placed on an altar to be sacrificed to the fire god, while the man was tied to a boat to be sacrificed to the water god. As the boat neared the cliff, the man woke up and broke free from his restraints. He used all his strength to grab a rock and escape. However, the man did not abandon his wife. He infiltrated the cannibal tribe, seized weapons, and attacked the chief. He then rushed to his wife and desperately pulled the wooden stake from her. The nearby cannibals were stunned, momentarily frozen, allowing the man to take advantage of the opportunity. He grabbed the wooden stake and jumped into the water from the cliff. The cannibals regained their senses and chased after him, throwing spears at him. The man dodged all the attacks and used a stone knife to cut his wife's restraints. The two of them then escaped the terrifying island on a makeshift raft. After this adventure, will they be able to reconcile?